any warning, but I'm going to be doing the Cancer video. I've had a really weird night, so apologies. You know, I'm awake, but it's been a different energy. Now, 90% of the time, Cancers, the energy when I'm tuning into a zodiac sign, I sort of get some downloads the day before or during the time of the reading. So when I say to you, if you're wanting to book a reading, you know, go through to the website. Initially, I did let people sort of come to a place where they could put information in connected to what they wanted to focus on. Generally speaking, I pick up the energy on the day. So Cancer, the strange thing is I did know that the next video was going to be your video, and I was picking up some very odd frequencies from you guys. Now, I feel a great deal of agitation. I feel that, okay, how do I put this? Now, sometimes environmentally speaking, things that are happening around me when I'm tuning into a zodiac sign are directly linked to you guys directly, or whoever's video I'm picking up on. Now, the energy I'm feeling around you guys is you've been trying to suppress an emotion by maybe sidetracking yourself and doing something else. So that could be, hi, and I'm looking at my nose and I can see powder on it. It feels as though you've been doing anything connected to maybe drinking too much, and I can still see it there. It's bloody pissing me off. It's like you've either been drinking, partying, taking recreational, doing something to physically take your mind off something that you've directly been dealing with, and it's starting to not work anymore. So whatever you've been physically doing, in a sense, to take your mind off something and make the day go, you're realizing now it's energetically taken a toll on you. You're feeling quite fatigued. You're also getting up in your head quite a bit. So you're now thinking about, well, okay, well, that used to work for me, and it was actually helping me process and cope and deal with this current situation I'm feeling. Now you're feeling as though the energy, regardless of that, whatever you were doing, and the direct situation as such, has not changed. So the environment is becoming heavier. And, you know, your base chakra I'm feeling is quite activated, and I'm feeling it's directly connected to, it might be family, a loved one. You know, you're doing a lot of purging. So there's really an aspect of a trigger coming from family, loved ones, past, and a road in which you're wanting to go. Now, I do feel you moving forward and then retreating back. It's like, yes, no, this is what I'm hearing. It's not, you know directly what you're wanting to happen, you just don't have the solution as to how it's to happen. So it's like you do know the road you want to go down, but you're not quite sure how to get from A to B. And this is really frustrating you. This can be causing headaches. For some of you, you'll go from being awake very late and really processing that and trying to find a solution to the problem, to then becoming very, very fatigued, where you're wanting to go to sleep because you just don't know how to handle it. It's a very frustrating energy. I also sense that you guys are even having panic attacks directly connected to it. Like you sort of know you need to go with the flow with the situation, and you're tuning into, in a sense, it's like you're trying to gauge how to approach the situation, and you're also picking up maybe how to address the situation. So when these things are happening, you're sort of being drawn to do something in a particular way, and then you're stopping yourself. You're picking up, so to speak, a signal. And I hope my daughter's not using the internet, because the signal will keep dropping out. With this situation that you're dealing with, there's certain individuals that are causing triggers. So they're sort of, you know the outcome of a situation. You're feeling you know an outcome of a situation, and it's based on past tense situations. So it's taking you back down memory lane, and you're thinking, if I do this, X, Y, and B is going to happen. So you're not wanting to do something because you don't want to live Groundhog Day, yet you currently are living Groundhog Day. Now, is this relating? While I have a puff of my smoke and I try and resurrect my body. Oh, Liz, honestly, if you only knew. Okay, I will break it down for you. Most of my chart's Cancer. My lovely daughter's birthday was last night. I've been jam-packed with bookings, triggers from different situations, and I literally I chucked it on. It's like, let's just fix this up. You know, I've got a very tight schedule today, but energetically speaking, lots of information is coming through to Cancer. So I don't know what you guys physically, like environmentally, obviously I know what's happening with me, but the energy of what I receive, even connected to my main zodiac sign, I never quite know until I sit down at the table and start tuning what's going to come through. And 90% of the time I go back, you know, after the month has kind of started moving through, and I listen to the video and I'm like, oh crap, that's happened to me now. So there's always something that I don't know that's going to come through, that's going to be directly relevant to you guys. I do feel you guys are at a crossroad. You're trying to be fair to individuals. You're trying to keep the balance. It's not you don't want to rock the boat. Trust me, your boat's getting rocked and you're thinking, how am I going to keep this going? Because energetically speaking, it can be you are going from, you know, walking through life and suddenly really hitting rock bottom and then jumping back up again and somehow finding the energy to really keep going, and you just don't know whether you're on the right path. Yeah, well, let's see if fertility comes through, but congratulations. That does happen. I mean, when I was pregnant, I couldn't smoke. I thought it was great. It was like, it just made me nauseous, so I purged it. Okay, I am picking a lot of karmic situations directly impacting all zodiac signs at the moment, and that's not just from a twin flame section. I am also picking that energetically speaking, there's triggers coming left, right and center to really test Cancer at the moment. Now, this can be that your family members are causing you triggers. This can be that children are causing triggers in you to step into your power. And I do believe energetically all of us do hold the masculine and the feminine energy regardless of twin or not twin. This is more an energy of you keeping the balance, you getting to a point where you're being respectful and fair, directly connected to what your requirements are. And, you know, but at the moment you're overcompensating, and you have to actually ask why. You have to ask why you're overcompensating. Is it guilt connected to what maybe, and this is just examples, if you have children and you're a solo parent, are you overcompensating directly connected to maybe another family member not being there? Did it stem from childhood? You know, are you being fair to individuals due to their current circumstances? It just feels at the moment you're being triggered because you're to own your power. It's a very harsh energy that's coming through because it has been very, very overdue. A lot of you also, it can just be your parents. It can be energetically your parents or your siblings or your co-workers. And you're directly looking at your environment and you're saying, wow, I'm actually getting these massive triggers. Hello. Hi, Jennifer. Yeah, you're just getting these massive triggers, Cancer, where you're thinking, gosh, why is the universe punishing me? You know, was I a terrible person in a past life? Just sort of that energy. Some of you are going to have a very separate energy as well. It'll be more you are trying to go with the flow at the same time as feeling as though you don't want to. You want to be more assertive and you want to actually speak your truth and say, you know, stuff it. This is how I feel. And what you're doing is not acceptable. So it's a very cross energy, a very frustrated energy. Now I'm feeling this energy is already taking place right now. I also do feel for those of you, your path is changing. The road you're going down is going to be very different to what you're physically seeing. Now, February is a massive turning point for many of us. And directly through the cards, when I pick them, I'll pick up days and times and, you know, what's coming through for you guys. I am feeling as though there is a turning point for you guys physically. I'm also feeling as though you keep telling yourself, keep going, keep going. but you're running out of the Choot Choot Train steam. You know, you are. And look, the name of the video, again, I don't know why I've been drawn to do this, and I did notice on the other video that I named for Liberin, another reader has done the same thing and named it the same. So energetically, I do feel as readers, we're getting downloads connected to themes of songs. So if the song is directly there, you know, and you've read it, which is TikTok, I was picking 2 songs for you guys, which is directly relevant to aspects that you're feeling, aspects that you're purging, or, you know, an environment as such coming through a song. And that is Bruno Mars, I'd Catch a Grenade for You, and TikTok by Kesha. It feels directly connected to timing, divine timing. Also, you're very angry and frustrated at how much weight you've carried on your shoulders for too many years. It's not connected to one given situation though. However, you are directly feeling it is connected to only one given situation that is out of balance. Although where you're feeling the lack of balance is, you're looking in the wrong direction. You're feeling it's one thing, it's actually something else. So try and pause, and the clarity is going to come to you as to where this issue is actually being triggered from and the reality of the situation. So I feel externally to yourself, you're looking at it and you're going, that's what it is, and I'm very angry at that aspect, and that's really frustrating me. It's right in front of your eyes, but you're not seeing it, and I feel you don't want to see it. I feel as though you're looking at it and you're thinking it is incorrect to look at that aspect as the trigger, as the issue, and it's going to be very hard to acknowledge, but it's there for the betterment of self. It's there to trigger you because, how do I put it? It's a strange thing coming through. This has been going on for a long time, and it's an element inside yourself. Gotta have smoke, huh? It's an element inside yourself. So you don't want to acknowledge it. You don't want to, if anything, you're very angry at yourself. And again, anger is not correct. And when I'm hearing anger is not correct, it's that you're wasting your energy. You need to release anger. In order for you to physically move forward, you physically do need to not give that energy. Now, there are people around you who are causing direct triggers. Now, they're karmically, and they can be from family members, they can be from karmic to loved ones or siblings. These people are there for your betterment, but you do not see it that way at this point. Now, they're forcing you into your power. Where these people are, they're going to come about in a sense of a trigger. Now, you're feeling, and I'm amused because I know many Cancerians, and I do know this is directly relevant for them. Me having my rising signs and most of my chart Cancer, I know this is directly relevant to me. And as I'm saying this, I'm actually laughing to myself because I'm thinking, oh shit, this is going to happen. Okay. You're thinking by removing yourself from the person who's causing this trigger, I'm laughing at myself, honestly, that you can get away from it. But it's there to actually help you. It's there for you to own your power. So when you're off and you've removed yourself from the situation and you're thinking that's the trigger, like I said, it's actually not the trigger. It lies deeper. Number one, it's back to you. Number two, it's another issue that needed dealing with. So this person who's going to cause a trigger in you, this is helping you. Now, this was destined prior to coming here. This cycle coming to a close. This person who's going to move towards you, who is the trigger causer, in your opinion, they're going to find you and they're going to cause a trigger in you. So you think by removing yourself or ceasing to communicate. Now, also I'm being shown, although for you it may be one direct person, it's actually not. And from universe, what's going to happen is there's going to be some individuals who are gradually going to start creeping in, and you're going to be going, why is this happening? This is synchronistic. Like, suddenly I thought everything was fine with this person, and now this person's doing something, and I have been tolerating it for a long time. Now I'm going to tell them a home truth, and bang, it's done and it's shut down. Then another situation's going to arise, and again, similar aspect, and you're like, well, so be it. Now, the third one is actually going to be the actual direct person you're feeling the trigger comes from. that is to energetically push you into a place of power, and it's going to be uncomfortable. It'll push you into a place of power. It will be resolved, but you will learn something about yourself. And that's when you will actually realize aspects have been morphing outside of yourself to cause this trigger because it was a lack within. Then you're going to see where the actual problem lies, and you're going to directly use the energy you've received to deal with that current situation. Does this make sense? And I'm like, oh shit. Like I said, when I hear these things, I'm like, seriously, is that really what's going to happen? Great. Anybody new who's on here? I should try and make these quick, because when people see 1 hour, they're thinking, oh my God, I'm not watching that. But do realize at the very end, it's answers. So it's people asking questions and things like that. Okay, so what else am I receiving? You've been in hermit mode. Now, I don't mean you're not going out. Yeah, I know, but some people look at them and think, oh my God, an hour? Like, I am so not going to commit to that thing. But it's because I do the energy of what's coming through and get the information through. Then, you know, I have tried to do these videos recently differently. But then I do the couples and, you know, singles. I'm going to try and do something for Valentine's Day. But it's going to be a snippet, and that's only because of time restraints and things like that. And again, it'll have to be live because I just don't have the time for uploads at the minute. February's for that. Okay, tying up loose ends for you guys is a part of an aspect of February, and you're not knowing how to do that. You're not there's been so many things coming at you. You're actually wanting movement to happen. You're needing movement to happen. Now, you have had a little mini break. Now, I'm hoping you're understanding what I'm saying, connected to break. There has been some sort of a break in a sense that you've either retreated and gone into hermit mode, done a bit of processing, and it's like, the only way I can describe it is, number one, realize you can't break what's already broken. So realize, number one, something is broken. Part of that is you, which doesn't need mending because it's now become your asset. The other aspect is an external aspect that you're optimistic. Something's broken. Now, the other thing is that is your strength, but you're not realizing it. You're not seeing the blessing in this situation. The other thing that I'm finding is you've already gone through a storm. And that can be over the years. Now, at the moment, in January, there has been a lot of energy, but you're in the eye of the storm. What you need to realize is that small pocket you had where you had a bit of processing time, that was the eye of the storm. Now, you're emotionally feeling, okay, now it is what it is. Now, I've got to get to the point where I'm going to go forward. Now, you don't realize that you're not on the other side of that storm. No, how do I put it? You're not realizing that you're in the eye of the storm, which means you've had a small pocket to ground yourself. Now, I wouldn't even say you're grounded, but that's the nicest way I can place it. You know something energetically is changing. I do feel you guys have been receiving kind of vibes. Many of us in January were sort of feeling like we actually don't know what's to come. And it's a really strange energy, especially for those of you who think you're not psychic, because all of us have an element of intuition. It can be we're empaths, or we have a vibe, or suddenly we're thinking of a song and it comes on the radio. It's all about you tapping into yourself and actually knowing that you have that aspect connected to you. So you might think of a friend and suddenly you hear from them. It's aspects like that. So when I'm talking about January, the vibration was, we don't know what's coming. It's that aspect of uncertainty. Yet, we're trying to visually say to ourselves, well, we sort of do know what's happening because we're doing X, Y, and Z. But that's fake because it's actually not what's happening. The vibration, physically speaking, is that of we don't know what's happening. So it gave us this very unsettling energy. Now, what I'm trying to say to you is February's a very different energy. You're sort of got into that lulled state where you're going to move forward and you're thinking you're going to just keep putting one foot in front of the other. There's going to be a trigger point. Now, I'm going to tune into that because sometimes, you know, when I say something, it's like, right, pull some cards. So I'm feeling I need to pull some cards connected to this. Just wondering which ones. I'll use these. Now, this trigger point is going to change the road completely. It is going to take you, you know, you're not going to know it's coming. So don't even bother worrying about it. Things that are going to come are meant to come. They're meant to happen. Please trust in the process. However good, however bad, just completely trust in the process because it's getting you back on track to your road. Try not to tap into, if I do this, this will happen, because that's going to block it. And I don't think you'll have the time to be quite honest, because I think it's happening really quickly, whatever this aspect is that's coming towards you. Like I said, you're feeling your road is going in a certain way. Something directly is going to come left field. And it is there to get you on track of where you're supposed to be. I do feel people aggressively coming towards you. And again, you're stepping into your power. There is really a power struggle, and this can be with a certain person. But it's really what's happening is it's just showing you that it's directly with you because you're owning your power. And it's just a horrible energy to go through. And I do feel for a while you're being too fair to certain individuals. Okay, that one wants to come out. Okay, love. I feel you're going to fight for love. I do feel for many of you, it will be something you love, something you're passionate about, and something you want to invest in. Now, this is what is going to be triggered. Now, I don't feel if you're partnered, or again, if you're like, this could be for anyone, soulmate, someone you're romantically involved with, somebody you're invested in romantically speaking, for some twin. This directly connects to however this is relevant in your life. There's going to be a trigger connected to a union as such. And I don't feel it's about the person if you are involved, be it you are or aren't. I don't feel it's their energy. I feel it's an attack on their energy. Does this make sense? Yeah. Okay, now it's still coming. So even if this has happened, trust me, there's more. There's more. I can feel it. It's like literally there is more coming. Now, it's not over. And again, I'm hearing it's not over till the fat lady sings. I don't know who this person is, but they are, this person energetically, it's not over. There's more to come. I'm so sorry to say that, but it has to happen. But you are going to step into your power. You're going to be like, you know what? No, enough is enough. So whoever this person is who's triggering you, you're going to get wild. You're going to really own your power. You're going to be saying, you know what? This happened. And you're going to call this person out on their energy. You've actually held back a lot of information, and I feel you almost putting your hand over your mouth. Really, you've had a lot to say to this person, and this I feel I'm hearing over the years for some. I'm going to find out what this is about. No, chakra. You've had a lot to say to this person. But there has been, as I said, other people coming at left field that have been triggering you. Okay, now this one person in particular, although there has been other people coming and they're really pissing you off as well. You are the cruisiest person. You're the most family-orientated person, but you're getting these triggers left, right, and centre, and you're thinking it's almost like you are in hermit mode, but it's not. It's not you've retreated from life and you've checked out, although sometimes emotionally you may feel that way. That's only because you're purging and processing. I do feel a lot of you have had a lot of downloads lately, and it can be going down memory lane, purging, depression, going up and down, feeling up and down like a yo-yo, more so than normal. It's because you're you're ready now to do that movement forward. So anything that's cropping up from the past, it's there because you're ready for it. And sometimes we do go over old ground, and it's not to say we haven't healed that aspect. It's just coming back for reassessment for you to look at it from a different angle. Now, because of that, it's placed you in an energy of, I'm really not going to put up with this. You are ready, you're about to blow. And it's like, just pick a card. Just try me, I'm hearing. Just try me. I feel them turning up quite aggressively. Now, you might not be telling this loved one that this is going on, or that your feeling is. You do sense something coming. Also, look, you have not been honest also to the other person involved who's been triggering you and who you've been really holding your mouth closed to. Also, the clarity connected to this, you know, it's making you feel isolated in a sense because of the external dynamics impacting this one given situation, or that had, regardless. And the clarity is coming to you now, and it's the aha moments, it's the triggers, it's the aspects coming towards you. Good evening. Now, the honesty card you have in reverse. So your throat chakra, you've been holding that, I'm just going to say it, shit, in, like, you've been holding it and you're going, oh, it's impacting your health. It's really, really, because it's not healthy to suppress truth. It's your truth. You are not wrong or unworthy to have your own value system. It's your personal value system. By you becoming a doormat and allowing this person to, and I know there's a direct reason why you're doing it, and it's for being fair to other people, but it's being disrespectful to self. So you're owning that now, and it's the universe isn't tolerating you cocooning this person or cupcaking them, because you're like, I'm literally have no tolerance for this. Externally to you also, I do have a person that is coming towards you with petty trivial crap. And I'm cussing probably because you guys are so bloody furious. I don't usually do this on YouTube. You're looking at them going, I've been where you've been. I've told you 100 times. Like, why are you coming to me for your advice? Or number one, your burdens. Go and live your life. Can you just sort your life out? Like, what do you want me to do? Don't you understand I've got my own burdens? And that tolerance. So, as I said, you're getting triggers left, right, and center. Now, this thing you're stumbling across is what's going on. And the fact that you felt like a doormat to people, to individuals, to maybe everyone really, and you're fighting for something. You know what, truthfully, even at a love aspect, it's about you. It's about you. Yeah, I know, Librans having an awesome time, aren't they? Well, I'm Libran with moon and sun rising in most of my charts Cancer, so I'm the best of both worlds. Great, eh? So, this connection, for some of you, this could be directly connected to a Scorpio. For some of you, it could be Libran, but I don't bother going into the zodiac signs. Vibrationally speaking, the information, in a sense, that I give to you, it's your information. It's going to be directly relevant inside your life. So again, if you're finding this doesn't connect the dots of your vibration, you need to look at your rising signs or book a reading. This can be water signs. It can be, you know, a Cancer. It can be another Cancerian. Any water signs really. But it feels it's you. You know, it comes down to the core of, you know, you've just got to the point where you've thought, I need to own my power. Now, the clarity is that whatever you're doing, be it you're holding your mouth closed and you're not telling people how you feel, it's knocking your pleasure. It's like, it's not fun to deal with that aspect. And I do feel like almost like you're getting, you know, tense tummies and anxiety attacks, cramps. And that energy is just really frustrating you. Now, I can see that you're actually getting support and love from a connection. Now, this could be the physical connection that you have or share with the person. It could be what you're manifesting or what you're waiting upon to come back, that there is a direct connection with this person. You're also being very protective of them. You're not communicating your truth to them because of this one trigger. This one trigger is going to force that issue to actually come to a head. Now, this is needing to happen because, again, it's about, you're thinking it's about family, but it's not. That's just a block. That's in the mind. Once you move past this and you realize whatever this is, it's blocking your happiness. So family, you're thinking family's blocking you. No, you're blocking you. This is in your head. You're going to realize it's not about that anymore. It's about you, your well-being, your happiness. That, yes, you can be connected to family, but unless you're well, unless you're healthy, and that's what I always say. If I don't look after myself, I cannot look after anyone, and that's including my daughter. So, you know, in this aspect, this does directly relate to me. You know, I do need to take better care of myself in order to be the best parent I physically can be, and no parent's perfect, trust me. So, base chakra is out. That can be triggers coming from family, triggers coming from your loved ones, or your twin or your soulmate, however this relates. But I'm feeling more it's connected to what's blocking you from happiness. See, happiness in reverse and base chakra. Connected to love, romance, family. Something's blocking you. The clarity isn't there. But the clarity's inside yourself. You already know this. It does make you anxious. I can feel very anxious in your stomach. Like, look, I wouldn't be surprised if at times you might get nauseous. And if you are pregnant, that's not just directly connected to that. That's connected to the environment around you as well. That's your environment. Your intuition's going to tell you. So you may not feel... I think you're waiting on clarity. Right. You're feeling isolated. It is emotionally shaking you. You're looking back on your past. You're also looking for clarity, but you're only going to find it inside because you already know the truth. You just haven't wanted to look at it. And it's triggered by these two areas, you know, of knocking pleasure for 6. And again, 6 is coming through. That came through, I think, in the Libran reading, and that is directly connected to fertility as well. So again, it can be connected to family members, children, or... it can also be connected to fertility for you guys. Intuition also is what's going to guide you. A vibe is going to guide you, and a trigger. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, love is around you. And again, I did say this for the, you know, in one of the videos, is that 4/4 is relevant for February. I don't know why, but this information keeps getting downloaded to me, 444. And again, something's coming at left field. You've also got the B connected to love and romance. So trust in the process when these things happen. Something is going to happen to trigger your love life, to test your love life, your connection, or what you're passionate about. Something was supposed to happen on the home front connected to Christmas. Something didn't move. Something was very blocked, and you know, you settled into an energy of, you know, acceptance connected to it. But you had wanted movement around that time. You felt a vibration of a physical change. Yeah, so directly, look, I'm feeling for you guys 666 Google, also 444. Again, I have actually got them in the numerology box connected inside Yilda's readings. But, you know, knowing that there is aspects that are going to be very relevant to what's going on in your life. Now, I'm seeing 7 as well, something directly connected to 7 days, 7 weeks, as a transitional change. This can be directly connected to 7 individuals, but there's going to be action connected to whatever's going on in a sense of this person coming in to cause a trigger. And, you know, you did want something on the home front to change, but it hasn't. And that's the realization. You know, it's really making you feel unhinged and frustrated. But your dreams are even starting to taunt you. And again, it may be that you're physically looking at your life and you're saying, am I dreaming the dream? you know, or am I living the dream? Also, what you're going to find is your dreams are going to be speaking to you. Now, it doesn't have to be. Many of us turn around and say, I can't remember my dreams. And we do go through cycles of this. We go through stages where we're going to know, or remember them rather, and they'll be relevant at that point in time. Then there's other times we have aspects going on in our lives, and, you know, we will energetically become quite tired and go into that sleep mode. And when we do, although we may not remember our dreams are actually helping us problem solve that connection. Now, when you're feeling really blocked, do not look outside yourself. Although, you know, get yourself grounded before you do that. That's my, you know, highest recommendation. Only allow people to tap into your energy if you are energetically grounded. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be really perfect to the point where you know, everything's very plateaued. I mean, generally speaking, when we reach out for a reading, you know, how do I put it? You are in trouble and you need the booking. But in a sense, get yourself grounded, have trust in the person you're directly getting the reading from, but you need to allow them permission to enter you, because it is energetically when you're down, you do need to be kind of grounded and in that safe zone to accept the information, or the person who's psychic is not going to be able to access that information from you because you're blocked. Now, let's get into what's happening with, where are we at? Say we're all at 36 minutes and we haven't even gotten to the couples. Yeah. So, hello newbies, welcome. If there's anyone new here, we are doing the Cancer video. Now, at the very end, if you guys have questions, you know, I'll try and answer your questions. I have tried to explain in the videos that I'm trying to get the information coming through straight away and then straight into the couples and singles, so they're not so long. I've literally had 1 hour sleep. I can't believe I'm awake. What time is it here? It's probably, let me see. In Perth, WA, it's 10:15. Yeah, I haven't had any sleep. I had to watch Teenagers because they were stupid last night. Because I have a teenager, Jen. And trust me, she didn't behave and she's going to be grounded. Living the dream. That's what I mean. Energetically, we're really being tested. Anyway, okay, couples. Okay, the energy between you guys. This is really strange. It is calm. Now, it's more external. Does this make sense? It's more external. Ooh. Now, and it's on both sides. I feel there's issues directly connected on both sides. Both of you aren't talking about it. You are, but you're not. It's like you're trying to protect each other. Does this make sense? It's not that you're not being honest with each other. It just feels like, you know, aspects of it you are discussing, aspects you're actually not, because you're coming to a place where you're processing that information yourself. So you're not actually wanting to, you don't even know how to look at it. And that's why I'm saying in the general section of the reading is talking about the fact that internally you know. So you're going off a vibe, you're going off your intuition to actually deal with the area. So at times you're going to have triggers connected to external people, and they may actually be asking you to question your life path. You need to get yourself grounded to a point where you need to sit in the quiet and actually process aspects that are coming up in a sense of a trigger for you. And the things that are coming forward, you're processing it, and so is your partner. The communication is there, so it feels like you're, hello Luciana, how are you? Thank you for the makeup compliment. Trust me. I haven't even had a shower. I've had no sleep. But your video was just screaming at me, so I'm trying to cram this in because I've got a very jam-packed day today. Nevertheless, I'm feeling quite awake, which is really weird, but this is what we go through energetically, isn't it? Okay. Okay, externally to you, I could kill my kids, honestly. And I don't mean that literally. I just mean, oh, I can hear them screaming. Okay, what I'm picking up so far, okay, there's connected to a celebration, something's coming up. There's going to be a direct celebration. So this could be a party, this could be a function you're going to attend. This is where the energy starts from for you guys, of something of movement. Now, you know, where you are in your life also, there is the area you know you're directly connected to that is very happy. You are also worried about the areas of your life that are causing triggers, and you're wondering if that, and this could be past tense energy or this could be current energy of what's going on around you, how it's going to impact you, and if the connection is strong enough to withhold the tension or the reality or the stress. So you are worried because inside you're actually isolating yourself because you're processing, but it's not, it's more in the mind than the reality. I do feel it's due to a past tense situation. Now there is movement. Now this can be a sudden thing happens where massive change happens, and it's going to be as I said, I feel you're not going to have any warning connected to this. So it's not that, how do I put it? You actually don't see this coming. It feels it's like that. And please refer back to the general section, because I do physically feel it is very much connected to, you know, that area of it as well. That is going to be relevant for couples. Now, you're going to have to be very strong through this transition. And in general, really, you have been very, very strong through your life. You've worked through dramas. You've grown spiritually. You're a very strong human being. You are not grounded at the moment. And I don't mean that in any disrespect. This situation is going to unhinge you, but it's going to create strength. And it's not, you already have the strength. It's just, it's not an environment, you know, externally speaking, what's going on. And this could be internally, but it feels more connected directly to you, of it's happening to you. You don't want to live that way, and that's why this upheaval's happening, some sense of change. Now this could be you're changing things up so it suits your needs, but it feels it feels like you're going like that. It is causing stress, and you've had to be very mentally strong to deal with this. Most would not be able to deal with what you've been dealing with over the years. Also, there's going to be this happiness connected to it. So even though you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel or the bright side of the situation, because of your positivity, this is what's going to happen. Shanice! Don't laugh at me, Jen. My daughter loves you. It's ridiculous. Okay. Don't get yourself blocked. Even though something changes, don't get yourself up in your head, because that's what I'm feeling is happening. You're being very, very stubborn connected to this. How do I put it? Oh, no, okay, different information I've received. Right, when this happens, that's it, done. It's no coming back, done. That's what I'm hearing. Now, this upheaval, it's a finalization of a situation. Now, I'm not feeling it's connected to love. I'm like, it's just like, nah, don't even talk to me. That's what it feels like. Now, your partner's energy. They can sense what's going on. There's a lot of tension in their energy. They're muting their mouth as well. They're doing the same as you. They're actually mirroring you. They're not wanting to say anything, but they genuinely do love you. They really do love you. There are delays, and now I will cross-reference between the cards to see how they're linking together at the time intervals of what's happening. So there is delays, but it is coming out of nowhere. So due to this upheaval, you know, your partner, the delays are over and movement's happening at the same time. So they do link, change in direction. Now, where you're being brave, it's because this person really balances you. And, you know, it's what you want and you're fighting for it. You're really working hard on this connection. Got so many cards down here. Now, you're wondering, both of you, where the bloody hell do we go from here? It's in your mind. Your partner feels bad. Your partner feels bad. This might have been something you were invested in, working hard for, or emotionally connected to. This could be a family member. But they're feeling that you're blocked and there's no, like, they're feeling guilty. But you're like, I don't know why they're not seeing it the way you're seeing it. Because they felt they failed, but it's not. This was not about them, this was about you. So it's like you're sticking up for your standards. This is more about you. Does this make sense? Okay. Money. Don't know why, but suddenly you guys are going to be very focused on a positive outcome. Now, it may be that you buckle down the hatches and, you know, start really working, but I'm going to pull some clarities on that because I'm finding a very odd energy coming through. Now, between you, the reason why your two cards between you and your partner, you're wanting to celebrate. Now, this is connected to a time frame. So if you're attending a birthday party, a function, a wedding, your partner around this time, conflict's going to happen. This is where the trigger's coming from. This is where the chain of events of change is coming. Date related. Note that. So, you know, when you say, oh, when's it going to happen? There you go. I've told you when. And I don't generally like to give times because time is fluid and things do change. Now, both of you connected to finances, you might get a bit of a win. You also might be suddenly your partner's bringing money or vice versa and you're splurging, or you're just wanting to have that person, you know, do things with you or something to that degree. But in general, you know, where internally, Cancer, you're feeling quite rich. I think this is more an internal feeling. And it is, you're feeling more grounded and safe in this connection. Also, you know, this person may be for some of you a twin. It might be. For some of you, they really tempt you in a sense that they're everything you ever wanted. There is direct attraction. So it's the laws of attraction. I'm not finding this a negative card, but you may find if your partner, if you're dealing with an aspect of past, your partner might at that point have an aspect of past, and due to the forward motion and the turmoil and an upheaval, they might need a bit of time to get grounded because of triggers from the past. So they may just need to, you know, get grounded in that sense, but I'll pull some more clarities on those. Okay, they're concerned maybe about any codependencies, and it's an old trigger coming up. It might be due to this external person coming in to cause conflict. So, and it might be that they're thinking they have a habit, but it's almost like it's coming up on their side, yet I think it's more they're fearful of it. Look, this could be triggers directly connected to money, which is about receiving love as well. Now, they're wondering what way to go from here, directly connected. And I think it is just about getting grounded. I don't think they'll leave. I don't think it's got anything to do with that. I feel it's more to do with just fear connected to the discord around its stress levels. Yeah, I don't feel there's any breaks in this situation. As I said, I'm really feeling it's more due to dramas externally speaking, really testing the relationship. Okay, they're shutting down a section from their past, I feel. And it's right in the nick of time, if that makes sense. So if this person does have a situation emotionally, it doesn't have to be this person from the past and they're still talking or anything like that. It's more, it can be a cycle and a way of doing something, closing that situation down. This is all going to be directly relevant to how it fits into your life. It can also be emotionally closing a chapter and getting to that place where they're moving forward. And yeah, it just feels they're up in their head. So I'm just going to leave it at that, because the energy I'm feeling for them, you're better off to go look at their zodiac sign. I do feel it is going to affect them, but they're still there. I just feel as though, emotionally speaking, they're just shocked at what's happened and how quick it happens, because, you know, it does feel it's happened very quickly. Now, I'm going to clear these up and I will pull 3 more cards for couples, and then I'll go straight into singles. Yes, it does feel it's coming very quick, because I just got dizzy then. It was like weird. So, those of you who are new, welcome. What do couples need to know for February? Cancer couples. Internally, again, which is what I said in the general part, look inside yourself. So this is for you. And then I'll pull 3 for the partnered energy. Okay, you're not taking your power back. That's why this is happening, because you've got that card in reverse, which is what I said before. So this trigger, understand, it's coming for you to take your power back. And again, it's not about children, it's about you. Okay? Now, partnered energy. What's going on with them? Oh, they're trying to be supportive, but they don't actually know. I wouldn't say they're walking on eggshells. I think they're just trying to be patient and ride the storm out. Okay, they're not letting go. They don't have peace of mind at the moment. And they're not going anywhere. Okay? Singles. What cards am I going to use? Strange weather at the moment. So, Cancers, how have you been doing? Are we looking after ourselves? Love reading your comments. It's like, really? Yeah. I think we have been really all over the place, haven't we? Emotionally speaking. Yep. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if there's blow-ups. And I do feel for February that's going to be very relevant. And it's purely because of the frustration, the energy around you guys. Pardon me, multitasking. Haven't had brekkie yet. Okay, singles. Okay. At the moment, emotionally speaking, you're carrying too much on your back. And this can be situations from the past. This can be waiting for something. You've been carrying a heavy heart. You do feel you've been waiting for a long time. You're actually wondering when this is going to kind of come about. Also, the triggers are coming directly externally to you, and you're not gaining the clarity. But as I said, really do look back at the general section of the reading, because I do feel that is, again, going to be directly relevant for your situation being single. I do feel some of you are wondering where to go from here, how to directly communicate your truth to a person. And again, you're holding your energy back. You're not wanting to be, you're not wanting to come on too strong. You're also not wanting to, hold back either. You're sort of back and forward. So you're not knowing how to deal with that energy. But that energy in itself is forcing you to own your truth and actually direct with it at hand. But go with your gut connected to how to address the situation. Because you know to the core this person is very gentle, and it's not that they've actually done anything wrong as per se. This is current energy I'm feeling. Past tense maybe, present tense no. That's what I'm hearing. Now, now, an aspect of them may have died. So they might have purged an aspect of themselves where they've stepped into this energy. Or there could be this aspect where someone has passed and they're dealing with something of a sense of, it could be a birthright, this could be inheritance, it could be contracts. But it feels more dealing with aspects of that. Something else is coming through for that one. It could be they needed to work on also the aspect that they can receive, and they haven't dealt with that directly. So I feel it's like, from childhood they'd actually felt they weren't entitled to receive. So triggers connected to the way they were was very different, and they're processing that aspect and having that realization now. But they're still being very stubborn and not moving, and that's frustrating you. Look, they could be dealing with an aspect of an addiction. Also, it could be that they're stuck in a cycle or in another situation. This could be a karmic relationship. But I feel more it's connected to an aspect of being blocked. That's what I'm feeling. And I'm going to pull a chakra card on that. Also, they're very heavily focused on career and finance. They're trying to generate cash for some reason. Look, they are thinking about you. They also do love you. But they're trying to keep very, very strong. They're very focused at the moment. They're still, and look, okay, now I'm being told a person in their family is quite toxic. This could be a past tense person they were connected to, or an actual direct family member. Now, they're suppressing their desires. They're holding them back and not communicating them. And they're trying to shut down their third eye. They're not really wanting to see the truth of the situation, but they directly do know the truth of the situation. Okay, what's going to come about with them? Okay, who they're energetically dealing with, it's two things. I'm getting two messages. They either are unsure if you're their soul package in a sense of their soulmate, their twin flame. They're questioning that and unsure. So and this is coming up for a lot of us at the moment, real trigger points connected to that. Is this the one? But for some of them, I do feel, again, there's energy of looking in a direction. If they currently are with someone, they're realizing this person isn't who they're supposed to be with. And they're not wanting to make the effort inside that connection or do that until they feel that vibe. Do you understand what I'm saying? But they're going to. So a direction they're going to go depends on what they're currently dealing with. So I'll pick A and B. Now, for those of them who are in a connection, what are they going to do? Okay, they're going to realize that they're actually worthy of love, but that they don't want to wait any longer for it. That's answer. Okay, for those of them who are processing if they are with the wrong person, well, I think you got the answer there anyway. What are they going to do? Okay, they're going to express themselves connected to how they feel. They're really worried about it. They're really scared. Okay. Any questions? While I have my morning brekkie of iced coffee and cigarettes. Sorry, this is what you get. I'm not perfect. Don't expect to be. Questions? I'm probably dizzy because I haven't had any sleep. No, it was, yeah, energetically it's you guys. I'm glad I answered your questions, Wendy. Should you contact this old lover? He's an Aries. Always go by your gut. I think if a vibe, follow your gut connected to it. You can close your eyes and meditate on the person. You need to picture them in your mind's eye, and you need to breathe and meditate. And you need to ask the question, may I contact you? You choose the words that you want to ask. When you do that, connect to your gut. If it's relaxed, it's yes. If it's panicky, don't yet. You'll know when to. You will know. Just very much, if you're going to do that, try not to make it all about the past. More come in very light in your energy, speaking about yourself, and then there's no expectation, so to speak. Yeah, well, don't do it yet then. Okay, divine evolution. Now, are you a Cancerian? Just making sure. Okay. At the moment, energetically, no matter what you do this month coming, and from now on, from here into February, you're not going to be able to calm the energy. You need to maybe in your mind try and tune out, especially if there's no solution to a problem. Realize that the triggers that are coming are there for your higher good. They're there to push you into your energy of taking your power back. But they're not there to punish you. Yes, I had noticed, and I will follow you and break a leg connected to your new journey on YouTube. Next question. I swear people are going to look at the 1 hour and go, oh my word, I'm not watching that. No, be yourself. As a reader, be yourself. Intuitively speaking, I've been psychic since I was born. Very much, I'm not a card reader. So if someone was to trip and say to me, you're actually not reading the cards right, I'm actually not picking up I'm picking energies up. I could pick the same card up, and every time there will be a different energy that comes through for me. That's the way I read. So I'm more visual. The way I do it's different. So it very much, just be yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Just be yourself, and if it bodes well, it bodes well. No point in being someone you're not. Yeah, just be yourself. You don't need to be anyone you're not. Any questions? As I'm publicly rolling a durry. Are you teasing me, Jen? If they're scared, do we leave them alone or help express truth? Look, your truth is your truth. You can never impose a truth on another person. So stepping into your power, you need to gauge the correct time to do that. And there's never an incorrect time to actually do that. But I feel the more confident you feel within yourself that you're owning that as an energy, then there's never a wrong time to do that. It's almost like you need to find the language in order to communicate that. And if you find that correct way of doing that communication, then there's never a wrong time. It's just about using the right method. And 90% of our communication is through body language. So as I say, actions speak louder than words. Well, it's very true. If you're feeling you can't let a person go energetically, there's a reason. So keep working with it, and the reality of the situation will come to kind of your clarity, if you know what I mean. How do I put it? Energetically, what I find is, you know, if you're a twin, you know you're a twin. There's just a knowing. There's nothing. It's almost like, oh my goodness, my life as I know it will never be the same again. That's your aha moment. So if you had that, you are. If that hasn't happened, it depends on the dynamic. Energetically speaking, I feel you're questioning, like, what is this? Keep working with the energy. Things are going to come to you. Otherwise, you can book a reading and I'll work with you. I'll tune directly in. Next question. Any questions? Who's the quickest at typing? It's gone quiet in there. What video should we do next? I've probably got room for one more, and then I have a very large drive. And then I'll have to do them a bit later. Yes, he did remember the drunk thing he said to you. It's funny you asked me that, because I was about to ask, is someone asking a yes or no question, and straight off the bat it was like, I'm just going to say yes. So yes, the answer is yes, they do remember. They also remember what they did. Okay? Most welcome. Any other questions? Any other questions? Counting down. 5, 4. Scorpio next. Oh, Scorpio. We got some fun energy coming there. Is a cliffhanger. Okay, I shall do Scorpio because I love yous all. Scorpio's winning. Yeah, that's what you guys think. Poor Scorpio. I've got to get them all done. Yeah, I've had a bit of delays. Obviously, my daughter's going back to school tomorrow, so I'm just loving the juggling, but, you know, things will flow normally. What was your question again, Wendy? About if they remember what they said to you? Because energetically, when there was questions prior to messages coming up, first answer that come through was yes. Okay, Wendy, I feel as though they are somewhere and they are dealing with the current situation. I'm feeling energy of karmic related. Now, that doesn't have to be a person. That can be external situations, but I feel it's an external frustration. I can see money related situations as well. Does this relate? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay, I also feel distance directly connected to their location. Is that correct? Yeah, I do feel you will. I do feel he's really going through a lot of challenges at the moment, both at a financial and a responsible level. I mean, I don't know why, but I can see water directly linked to him. The water is like a direct location or a direct line of work, so to speak, but it feels something directly connected to water. Yeah, it feels location. It doesn't feel emotions, although there are emotions involved. Jen, do you want to come and discipline my daughter? Also, a big shout out to my beautiful friend in Melbourne. I have been very, very blessed to meet some wonderful friends on YouTube. They're my soul family. Those of you who are new, I welcome you, and I hope that one day I'll get to work with you and have the privilege. For those of you who have subscribed, I so appreciate it very much. Especially for your kind donations, and, following the channel over the year and going into the second year of this. So I'll let you go on this night, and I will be back shortly, and I will do another video. Bye.